there is this inner guide. Nobody taught me this, nobody explained to me. It was already ingrained in me from the start. I believe that we all have the knowledge within ourselves, all the knowledge that we need to realize ourselves, our true purpose, and we have already the tools we need to create beauty and to create peace in the whole of our society. I believe this knowledge is ingrained in the very fabric of the universe. And this knowledge really, if we access it, we will understand how we can organize, how we can cooperate into creating an enlightened society. And this is what this series is all about, how to create an enlightened society. And I call this series The Awakened Warrior. And I am Mikael Ananda. I've written a book with the same name, The Awakened Warrior, Creating an Enlightened Society. And in this book I'm explaining all the insights I've gained, the knowledge that I think is of most utter importance for creating an enlightened society, and all the things that I think you can have a great, it would be great for you to learn if you also want to take on this role as an awakened warrior. So in this series I'm going to go through these different insights and explain to you. And I will start from the beginning, from the very beginning, where basically everything is set into play, the most important part of my life and the most important teaching, I would say. This is played out when I was a child, around 7-8 years old. I just started school, living with my sister and my mother in Sweden, Stockholm, in a suburb, a beautiful place, having a normal kind of life. At this time, something remarkable happened to me. I didn't have any influence of spiritual people. Well, nothing like that. Not even Christianity. It was just atheist or just nothingness. But from that time, let's say when I was 7, I started to have these mystical experiences. And these mystical experiences, they happened basically because I couldn't fall asleep. I was lying in bed for hours and hours. And as I was doing this, kind of getting bored of thinking of things, the thinking mind kind of let go. There was nothing to think about. It wasn't so exciting life in that sense. When I just thought through things, and then I was just lying there basically just listening. Had nothing to do. Then a special kind of experience started to happen, and it was like I was starting to kind of sink in to the experience, like the sound of the clock, my heart, even like the flow of blood through my veins. I could start hearing them, and I was listening to them, and this was kind of building up. It was building up into something that is really close to being guided. I was guided through a set of different exercises, breath works, visualizations, kind of complex things, and eventually it led me, after hours of this kind of work, it led me into a tunnel of light. And as I was going through this tunnel, at some point I just decided to stop thinking altogether, or rather I just got this instruction: it's time, give up everything. And I did. And then a door in this white tunnel of light was just opening, and I was just, this white light was so strong, it was just going through my whole body, and I entered this gate of light and came out on the other side anew. It was like the whole experience that was for hours kind of almost like a trance state that was real, just sitting still and just being like flooded with all these feelings and experience. But as soon as I went through this door, it was just like I was back before I went to bed. I was like fully like aware, fully aware of everything around me, and I was looking around, and it was just as normal, but there was no thought. It was just emptiness, and I could see everything brighter than normal, clearer. I could hear everything. I just feel a total relaxation and calm. And then at that time I usually just went back to bed. And what this taught me, number one, is that there is this inner guide. Nobody taught me this, nobody explained to me. It was already ingrained in me from the start, how to follow the breath, how to hold my breath, how to focus my energy on different parts of my body, and how to guide the energy through my body, up through my spine, up into my forehead and out, and circulating this energy in different ways. It wasn't like a fixed way, it was very dynamic. Every time was a bit different. And I only remember certain states that I also revisited later. But this is the core understanding. We all, or many people at least, have this knowledge. The knowledge of opening our energy system and coming to this state of just being. And this is very important. We already have everything we need. Another great teaching for me was just the experience, because the experience was so calming. It was really the most profound calm state of just being. And to me, since that time, I always felt that this is home. This is where I come from before I was born, and where I will go when I die, to this perfect stillness. It really felt beyond this world, this experience of just the strong white light filling me to this really great space. It was leading me there. So that was very important for me to see that, and that has helped me a lot through my life. That I can, when I have trouble, I can remember this, and this always eases me. But beside from that, I also believe that this experience gave me kind of an insight in how to see the world for what it is. A great insight into see who was lying and who was telling the truth, who has a good heart and who was kind of deceiving. And I could also easily navigate through my life, and I believe that this experience led me to be able to find new knowledge, to seek out the right knowledge and to resonate with truth. So throughout my life I've been able to collect this teaching, this core teaching that I call the new tradition. Basically a set of tools, knowledge that we need to have to create the enlightened society. And I will explain those tools to you.